I gotta get a new candle. I'm gonna fill it up with oil, rice, and a new wick. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing well. Today is October 19th, and I do have a lot of downloads for you. Actually, I'm gonna get to them really quickly. I'm gonna take my time as much as I can, but there's so much energy here. Like, I mean, I've taken notes and everything with this one, so I don't know what y'all resonate with or what make you even click the video, but there's definitely something in this video for you if you even see it on your For You page. So be mindful of that. Not everything is going to resonate with your situation, but there may be something. There's definitely something in this for you if you see it on your For You page. So keep that in mind. I will need to take my time. I'm not going to be able to rush through this one, but yeah, just stick close to God and Spirit will tell you what you need to know. So, okay, Lord, protect me as I channel. May this message reach everyone it's meant to be for. So let's start off with this karmic situation that you got yourself in. To not pointing any fingers, but we are taking responsibility and holding ourselves accountable for these situations. The fact of the matter is, whatever it is that you went through is paying off. Okay, that's the first download. Karma pays in cash. So there's energy here that there's a situation you went through, and really payment is the only thing that can come of it. 333 on the clock, just as I look. The only thing that can come from this is you getting paid. It's like there's no way to go back in the past and try to look at this from a different angle or different perspective or try to forgive and forget. It was like, no, they're wrong. Every time you think about it, they're wrong in every which way. And also there's this vibe that, oh, I just got to slow down so these downloads get out to you. There's this vibe that there was someone in your energy pretending to be your friend. This person is skilled in some area, witchcraft. I'm not even able to really call these people out because it's like there's all different types of witchcraft. But this is black magic. This is like, and also I feel like this is given the vibe of someone who was lusting after you, but pretending like they were straight. Like this feels like someone who was pretending to be your friend, but was really lusting after you. Whether it's the same gender or not, but that's the vibe it's coming off as. Like someone is on the DL pretending, almost like pretending to be your friend. But they have so much access to your energy and they're using that, literally using that against you. It's like keep your friends closer, enemies closer, or something like that. Like it's like this is the person you tell everything to, and they're literally the ones who is using this against you, and they have some kind of knowledge on how to manipulate things. It's like, okay, we'll get into it. But I have some visions that I wrote down, and I'm going to go back and forth because it's all scattered. So whatever resonates, it may be some, it may be all, maybe little, but let's just get into it one bit at a time. So karma's paying in cash, some kind of situation you went through that is, you're going to see monetary value, monetary gain, like literally the energy. Yeah, their energy just funded your breakthrough. The energy that they're in, or just this energy of trying to steal your energy, or trying to destiny swap you, your destiny, your future, your success. And it could have worked for a while, but they're coming towards the end of whatever it is that they were gaining from you. And it's almost like they're returning to the scene of the crime. Whoever's that meant to be for, when they return, that's when you're going to get your karma. That's when you're going to get paid. You're going to get your breakthrough. Because it's like, that's coming full circle. It's like, okay, now you got everything. Now is my turn. That's the vibe I'm getting. All right, but let me get into some of these downloads. So I do have some notes that I took, visions that I had. That's like could be relevant to your situation. So there's a lottery winner in a casino and the machine is ringing. And this is giving the impression that it's like a little kid at Disney World, easy to spot. So that's the vibe. That's the energy I feel that you're in. Like there's just money flowing from you like a machine at a casino that just won. Someone just hit the jackpot, and like where you walk, wherever you go, is just money just flowing, just scattering from your presence. Like your aura is just cash, almost like those boxes you stand in and they tell you to grab as much cash as you can. That's like your aura. And it's also this vibe like you don't even know how wealthy and abundant you are or how wealthy and abundant you come off to people. And this is the reason why a lot of thieves are attracted to you. Also, people who genuinely want to support you, but also people who are in that same abundance. Like you guys are just kind of walking in this cluster of cash, just flowing like a river. And there's this vibe like you're also like this kid at Disney World who's lost, doesn't know he's lost because he's so caught up in all the amusement around him. But his parents can easily spot him from wherever because it's just a tornado of cash. Okay, so I'll go back and forth with the karmics because this is like some terrible things are happening to these people, and it's a real serious, somber vibe that's happening with them. But it's like you are so good, so I'm gonna have to keep going back and forth so I don't stay. You understand? Too low or too high. Maybe that's what you need to do in this energy. Like you're reflecting on where you came from and where you're going. And it's just like, whoa, let's just take our time with it. Every negative word spoken over your finances is being reversed. And so this is giving the impression that because there's so much abundance around you right now, it's like there were so many people who were speaking down on you and had no right to be above you, especially speaking in this way. Like, it's almost like it was a trap for them because that's the vibe. Like, what would even give them the impression that they had any kind of authority over you or that they even had a right to talk? It's like they're just completely oblivious to their own situation when it comes to the way they judge others. And now you were the last straw because everything they spoke against you is being reversed. And there's a vision. I'm getting this from another reader who's in his energy. He said that swords were being thrown in your direction from them and then reversed. Like the blade just stopped in midair. And the way he described it is like there's the handle that you hold on a sword and then, the blade. So it was like the handle kind of shifted and went towards the other end and then came back to them. It's real intense, this energy. And also, like, these people have a lot of power, but they were just using it in the wrong way. And now they're about to feel the full force of their own medicine, the poisonous, vile wickedness that they were spewing on others and the effect that it was having on the people around them. And also, yeah, they're getting a taste of their own medicine. And let me just take this slow because there's a lot here. That something defiled their body. Like the Bible says, it's not what goes in your mouth, is what comes out of your mouth that defiles the body. And that's what I'm getting. Like they're tasting their own medicine is all I can say about this. And it's foul. Okay. It's like almost like pharmacy, big farm, conspiracy vibes, like just flat out poison. Okay. So up next, you'll witness someone lose what they use to block you from gaining. So after all that, you're going to witness it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, just take your time with this because you got to be careful not to judge these people. God wants you to see what they're going through for a reason. And if it's a judgment, then that's your place because not everybody is a judge, but there is a judge somewhere in this energy. And there's also a scripture that says to keep judging. It's almost like, no, you're the one that should be judging. You are the actual judge. when it comes to this energy. And that's not for everybody, though. For some people, it's just like, I got my own stuff to work on. Father, forgive me for what I've done. Let me focus on my own situation. Let me mind my business, basically. I'm seeing this, but it ain't really all my business to be judging them. Okay. It's just a lot that's happening with them. And it's like your mind can go a mile a minute just reflecting on everything, because it's almost like the layers are being peeled back and you're just seeing filth after filth after filth. And it just goes way back to almost before these people were conceived. And you wish that there was some kind of redeeming quality about them. But it's like, you see all of their victims and everything they did and to other people. And it stopped at you because you're a chosen one. Because no weapon formed against you will prosper. And that's exactly what happened. They tried to attack you and they ended up falling on their own sword. But the sword is doing a lot more than just laying there. Okay, so back to these downloads. There's a vision of a dam breaking. The town's being flooded, but you're like a puff in the waves. And again, it's like you don't want this vision of a town being flooded, but that's the vibe. It's like the Noah's Ark kind of flood. But the dam was built to protect the town, and it's been over 2 centuries since these floodwaters have come, and now they're like, we don't think that dam is going to hold it. Well, it didn't. The dam broke, it flooded the town, and the only thing to survive were the plants. Which is strange. It's a vision, but you were this plant and this energy, and I just saw this, like, that emoji with the leaf, and it's like a stem and 2 leaves, and you were just surfing this surfboard, and your eyes are set on the prize. Like, you already saw the land that you were about to land on. You were just some kind of evolving plant that surfs waves. You never get flooded, you never get destroyed. But there's also this energy of you being this plant, or you looking like this kind of species that people like to knock down, like a blade of grass almost. As soon as you sprout, they want to knock and cut you down. And so this vibe is your roots were so thick that it's basically like you're sending sprouts to other areas, like you're populating other areas, but at the same time your roots are so thick that if they were to cut you down, it would have just been a sperm. I don't know who that's for, but I can't think of any other word. A seed, like a sprout, is almost like this is part of the process, because plants are very smart and they know when they're being attacked. They build up defense systems. Honestly, I'm not going to say I'm scared of plants, but I'm not the type that like plants in the house. I'm real sensitive to energies like that. And I just feel like that's kind of like trapping a plant. But plants are so intelligent and they protect themselves. That's all I'm getting. You're in that energy that people think you're dumb. People think you're dumb as fuck. And that's really sad, because you're highly, highly, highly intelligent. And maybe you let people think you're not, and that's just part of the plan. But spirit is turning injustice into an inheritance. So it's really all boiling back to you being rewarded for everything that you suffered. And everything that they wanted you to go through is what they're going through. You're not going to experience any of their pain unless you empathize with them, because they're the ones in trouble right now. Okay. I have a few more visions, but we're going to start pulling some cards for this energy, and then we'll get into those visions later on. So let's just get some energy. Let's pull some cards. You have karma pays in cash. And I'm not going to make this too long, so we can get this uploaded for you. What is going on with this cash, this karma? What do we need to know about this karma? Paying in cash, the sun. There's this vibe that someone tried to dim your light here. I'm getting that they put you in a position. They didn't want to put you in your right position. They didn't want you to reach your potential because they saw how bright you are, and they knew that you would end up outshining them or kind of stealing all of the attention. I want to say stealing the spotlight, but you are the spotlight. It's like they were just like, oh, hell no. And again, these people in this energy don't belong here to begin with. It's like they stole the warehouse and now they're trying to act like they're some kind of authority, but it's really just like squatters. I'm not going to be rude towards any group. Bums. Squatters' rights is what we're dealing with. And this is the energy, like everything that they did to you, they wanted you to be left out in the cold. They wanted you to suffer and be humiliated. And so at the end of the day, it's like, this is actually where they belong. I'm not saying they belong on the street because, politics, but they don't belong in your home. And that's all I can say. It's almost like it's not a tough act. You're not acting tough with this energy. You learn from them. That was all you could do, is learn from them. Like, you're not doing anything that they didn't already do to you. And again, it's this vibe like you went through this boot camp situation. Like, it's almost like you paid to be here, but I really genuinely don't feel like you would have chosen to go through this if you knew everything that you'd be going through, like all for a prize. It's like, it's almost a vibe like I would just rather be happy where I am and say, oh no, okay, I'm good. But it's almost like spirit is moving you up regardless of whether you want to be successful or not. You cannot stop this abundance. Maybe some of y'all were trying to run from success. There's like a fear of success almost. So I have downloaded a bride giving an interview while being fitted. And there's this energy of a machine being tweaked and repaired. So you're right in the moment. That's the vibe I'm getting. Like, people want to know what you're doing, how you're doing it. They want to know step by step everything you're doing, like a machine. But they want the machine to tell them exactly how they work. So there's two different energies, because there's the person who's actually coming in to support you, the person who's helping you to heal or repair you in such a genuine way. Is like, you don't need anything else but your maker, but your creator. But at the same time, you have these people who are kind of looking through the windows like a school, or what are those doctors who are just starting doing a residency, or watching a surgery in real time. And they're like, tell us how it feels. Does it hurt? But they don't have anything to do with this surgery. And they don't care whether you live or die. I mean, they think it's just as cool to poke a corpse. They really genuinely don't care about your feelings. And that's what you're being rewarded for. That is almost like being numb was your only option, because they were constantly antagonizing you, constantly poking and harassing you. And that's what they're going to feel at the end of the day. You'll feel nothing when it comes to that pain. They'll feel it all, because they're going to have to face themselves. So with this paid, is like, for some people, it's like, okay, this part got cut off. It's almost like, calm down, slow your roll. But I just heard, I will pay to not experience what I had to experience. Somebody's in that energy like, you could take your money, you can keep your money. Every negative word spoken over your finances is being. So it's like, even as I was saying that, it must have been coming from one of these negative entities in your energy because the video stopped just as soon as I said it. Like someone's like, you can keep your money. I don't need this. That's demonic. You are open to this wealth. You're open to receive. No amount of harassment is going to turn you off to this. You're in this Queen of Swords energy. Like, it just didn't work. That's what they wanted you to be cold and numb, and it didn't work. So Spirit is turning that injustice into an inheritance. And yeah, it's all about this love, this partner, this person helping you to heal. That's going to be your main focus. And it's real beautiful. This person, like when it comes to being handsome, this person looks a lot like you, and you might not even have put you two together. Like you might have thought like this person probably wouldn't be into you. But you're going to see just how into each other you two are, because it's like you're melting into each other and you're almost like turning into each other. And what's so sweet about this energy is that one, you have so much support. I didn't even get into that. Did I even write that down? I didn't even write this vision down. It's a vision of a air balloon. It's a rainbow air balloon, and it has some connotations with the LGBT community. Like someone tried to turn you out or something like that. Somebody on the DL pretending to be a friend was trying to turn you out. And so it was like hot air blowing up this rainbow air balloon. Long story short, this one is pretty intense. You've got all these guys holding ropes trying to tie you down, like bring you back down to earth. And the whole time you're just like, what's the point of this? Why are you guys attracted to me? Like, why are you going through all this to bring me back down to the ground? And like, what use am I to you on the ground? But this crowd of men is gathering more and more and more to bring you down to the ground, to bring you down to earth, or so it seems. And the way this vision goes is you just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like this fire that's lifting you up to the sky. It basically turns into the sun almost, or some kind of a star. And now it's like the earth is like just this little, almost like plug. That's what it seems like from a distance, like the earth is a plug. And like almost like you are pulling the earth around its rotation. Like that's how important you are. And you don't realize it because you're just like, why do you even care? Because that's how basically beat up and abused he is in his energy, that they don't even know how to view their own importance. Like the self-esteem is just like non-existent at this point. But okay, so the vision continues that it's almost like you turn into this infant. And long story short, the cords that these guys are pulling, it turns into your umbilical cord. I don't know where this is even going, but it's just like this giant baby floating around in the universe. Just like, why am I here? Okay, so you got the Three of Cups. It's a celebration. Yeah, you're being celebrated. And at the same time, it's like, that's why I said there's so much energy is in this. So you really do have to take it. There's a lot of emotions. Like to be celebrated and uplifted from such a low position and not know why people like you, because you've never been fed that kind of love. To love yourself, to see your own value and worth. So it's just like this celebration is coming out of nowhere. And you're just like, why me? Like you are the baby. You're the baby being born. You're the baby being conceived. You're important. And it's almost like this energy of and air. Yeah, like this is your inheritance. The universe is your inheritance. The womb is your universe. But at the same time, you're witnessing all these other competitors be destroyed and reabsorbed. Okay. Let's just pull another card just to close up. The Lovers. And God, Spirit turning your injustice into an inheritance. It's the Tower. So things are being shaken up in your energy. And that's the way you view this, because it's going to seem like there's chaos around it. Like I said, they're being absorbed. They're being reabsorbed. They're realizing that they didn't get away with anything. They're not the chosen ones after all. They're the ones being reabsorbed. And it's like, I don't even know what to say about that. It's horror scene. It's a horror scene at the same time as your celebration. Okay. So I also downloaded Be Mindful of Who You Connect With. God is putting the right person in your path. So be mindful of who you connect with for support. Oh, yeah. People trying to interview you while you're being fitted. Okay. Trying to figure you out while everything's happening. So this is going back to the energy of you being worked on like a machine. Let me grab these cards. And you've got people watching you through the windows, trying to figure out how you're doing what you're doing, how they fit into your life. When they don't fit in at all. And that's what they're being exposed to. So that's what this Tower is clarifying. That they don't fit in. They're outcasts. And they're not, and you're not the one that's coming to save them and give them some kind of a leg up. Okay, so that's what you're experiencing, this Tower in other people's lives. People feeling insecure. They're feeling their own lack. They're seeing the way the world views them, in all honesty, how the world sees them and how you see them as well. Because the way they looked at you was like, oh, she's just a child. And even spiritually, oh, she don't know what she's doing. She's so innocent. But they look at that like a weakness. And so they thought that they could isolate you, harass you, and get a leg up. And basically, the king is coming to redeem you. You're being conceived. They're being absorbed. So let's just get a couple cards to clarify your business perspective, your business move, your plan. Anticipate setbacks and failures. We talked about this. Plan for them. Don't let them drain your energy. Use them as fuel to go after your dreams. This is literally the download. Every negative word spoken over your finances is being reversed. Spirit is turning justice into an inheritance. That's what we're talking about. Use them as your fuel. Their energy just funded a breakthrough. Karma is paying off. When you start to look at these Tower moments in other people's lives, when they start getting agitated and uncomfortable and feeling like they're not being seen the way they want to be seen, or they're not the center of attention anymore, they never were. Okay. That's the vibe here. It's all fuel for your fire. You're the one that's going up. You're the hot balloon getting bigger and bigger. This big balloon turning into a baby. That's the way I'm seeing it. It's like, we don't really know how this world works. We could be just tiny little sperm cells. Who even knows what this universe is? And I'm getting like, we're all working together for the birth of this king, for the birth of this queen. And anybody that's against you, this is your own universe. This is your own story. Anyone who is against you and your story is going to be reabsorbed. And that's just the way it is. I mean, I don't see you out here talking shit about people. You're minding your business. You're focused on your business. So it just makes sense that if shit is floating around the waters, it's toxic. Listen here. Listen to your intuition. Be mindful of your inner being. Be mindful of what your inner being says to you. Follow your gut feelings and stay connected to the divine within. So this is almost coming off like the first time it cut off, and it was like the negativity. When the negativity starts, Just be mindful that it's not your own negativity. Even if it's if you feel like there's a reason for it, like, oh, I'm agitated. Oh, that's them. That's their energy. Yeah, that's exactly what it is their energy. And don't let it trickle over or leak into your atmosphere. Let that energy stay where it is. Let that toxicity stay where it is and let it be reabsorbed. So let's just pull a couple more cards. Let's pull some affirmations and we'll close. What are we affirming? Also, okay. So there's another download. I told you there's a lot of downloads for this one. There's a difference between a virus and a vaccine. A vaccine, I'm feeling like I don't know who's in this energy at this point. But it's like you possibly in a community, like you could be considered the virus or the vaccine. It depends on how the body receives you. If you're the vaccine, then they'll look at you and say, okay, she's on some other stuff. Let's leave her alone. Let's let her do what she's doing. Let's let her do her thing. Let's mind her business. I see how you move. I'm not getting caught up in that. That's the vaccine. That's like, you have the power to destroy. You can kill. Spiritually, I'm not going anywhere else. It is what it is. So a body that respects you as a vaccine will learn from you and will become stronger because now they know, what's going on in the world. And we already know what a virus is. It's basically the AIDS virus. They attack you. They end up attacking themselves. And it is what it is. They end up unaliving themselves. I trust in my own ability to provide well for my family. Affirm this, that you're more than capable to do whatever it is you're doing on your own. You're not that little weakling that they were trying to pose you as. Whoever this is in this energy is like, I just got this chill because in reality, I don't know who I'm talking to. It's not like I've got pictures in my mind or I even know what kind of community or group you guys are. Like, it's really scattered. Age and everything. Whoever watches these is just like, you're so protected. Like, you can't in this way. So you're relating from wherever safe space you are. But I almost got a glimpse. I feel like whoever this is, like I said, is either a virus or it's a vaccine. Like, okay, what I'm getting loud because I hear my neighbors getting antsy, like trying to talk over me or whatever. But the energy is like, this could go either way. This could be something that anyone tapping into your energy can say, okay, I'm glad that I'm aware of this and I know that this exists so I can be careful and not bother it too much and just live with that knowledge that not everything is safe to fight. And then there's this energy of, if you fight it, it will fight you. It will fight you back and worse, and it will kill. What else are we affirming? I choose to prioritize myself. Yeah, again, that's what this virus here. And I'm going to end it because, like I said, there's this energy that you want to fight, but you're only winning because of your love. And someone said that love is a weapon, but I just I'm not able to really wrap my mind around that concept, but that's what it's feeling like. Jesus said, when you love your enemies, you're putting hot coals on their head. And even when I heard that, I was like, why would that be my intention? At the end of the day, if you're telling me that my love is like hot coals on someone's head, then my instant reaction is to stop loving people because I don't want to hurt them. But now it's like, it is what it is. Oh, this is coming out like radiation. I don't know if someone is going through treatment and is like, you're dealing with some antibodies or you're dealing with some foreign bodies, but if it's coming off like a community that rejected you, The answer is right before me, even if I am not seeing it yet. The vibe is coming off like there's a community that rejected you and you're using that rejection to get paid. I mean, there's no other way to say it. If that's something you're vibing with, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'll be here every day. So I'll see you tomorrow.